Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where last time we made our way out here to Summerford Farms. Well, we started here in Summerford Farms, and we picked up our first job from Sailburn to investigate some strange figures who have been lurking around the edges of the farm, potentially attempting to kidnap his crew, Sailburn's crew here at the farm. We went to investigate, and we got attacked by a Gubu, and met a new friend named Y'shtola. And then we were spoken to by a giant crystal. Lovely. Alright then, today it is time for our first side questing episode. So we're going to go ahead and get started by helping out as we can around here at Summerford Farms before making our way back to the city. Starting off with Birdraig. Birdraig's Linosian oranges are ripe and ready for picking. Bah, I can't even rely on those rotten pirates to pick these ripe oranges. Yet if I leave them a day longer, they're like to fall from the boughs. Maybe you can grab a few for me. You're not afraid of a pesky hornet or two, are you? I'm not afraid of any pesky hornets. I'm sure it will go just fine. Alright, heading on down. Since no one else is picking the oranges, let's grab what we can. Hop on into the orchard, and we've got oranges all around. Pluck you off the tree, and of course we're being attacked by a dang flower vesp. And actually, since we've hit level, I believe it was level 10 we unlocked this, we have a few abilities that we haven't really checked out how they work. We've gone over their descriptions, but we haven't actually used them. So now might be a good time to actually show off our new abilities. I can't believe I didn't use them at all in the fight against the Gubu. Oh well. So, we have the ability Energy Drain. If we use that on an enemy, it will fill up our ether charge gauge, which is over there on the right. And once we have our ether charge filled up, we are able to use the ability known as Fester. Okay, here's an orange we can pick. Ah, there were no hornets in that one. Alright, I'll go find something to fight, and then we can show off how it works. So we use Energy Drain to fill up our ether charge, and then we can use ether charge up to twice in order to cast Fester. However, just using Fester is not the optimal way to use it. It is far more effective to do what is known as weaving. So unfortunately I did kind of waste an energy drain there, my bad. But if you have stacks of your ether charge and thus you are able to use Fester, the recommended strategy for making use of it is to weave. That is, you use your GCD, and as soon as that finishes casting, you switch over and use Fester. So Fester here, and then switch back to your GCD. Fester, back to your GCD. We'll be able to show it in much more accurate detail in 5 seconds. Come on, come to me, Energy Drain. Energy Drain, cast Ruin, and then switch over to Fester, and then back to Ruin. I am noticing it may be slightly easier if I were to, then I don't have to switch which side of the hotbar I'm on. I can just go Ruin Fester, Ruin Fester. But the idea is to weave your uses of Fester, which is an OGCD ability, in between your global cooldown or GCD abilities. That way you're constantly using your GCD the moment it is available, while also getting a little bit of extra damage snuck in there right in between with Fester, or whatever OGCD ability you have. Weaving isn't too necessary at lower levels, but as you get to higher and higher levels, it is a good habit to be in for optimal play. Weave your abilities together, weave your off GCD abilities in between your GCDs, and you'll have much, much better damage output. Look at those luscious oranges, brimming with nectar. They could drop any second. Well, good news, I brought 3 of them. Ah, ripe to perfection, how sweet it is. If that lackadaisical lot of retired pirates comes down with scurvy, it'd serve them right. It just goes to show you can't teach an old sea dog new tricks. You'd think the Admiral would know that. Well, I mean, she's trying to give them work. Alright, we are going to keep going for just a little while longer. I'm going to aim for about 15 to 20 minutes of side questing each time we do a side questing episode, though that may vary based on what's available at the time. Birdrake seeks to restore equilibrium by having the local fauna cold. Lenosian orange nectar is sweet, but rest assured it's paid for in sweat. We have to pollinate each orange by hand because of the blasted pucks that prey on the nearby bees. If we could only eradicate some 5 puck hatchlings, it would save us from having to do nature's work. Alright, let's go save the bees! Get rid of some puck hatchlings so the bees can do their work. Just gotta kill 5 of them. Alright, here we go. Got a few puck hatchlings to start. How dare you make me move so I have to cancel my cast? So something we're going to be encountering more and more as we get further into the game is... Did you notice those giant orange circles that the puck hatchlings were causing to exist? Those are area of effect markers, or AoE markers. If you're standing in them, you will eventually get hit. Anyone who is standing in an AoE will get hit once it goes off. If we look at the puck hatchling's status bar, we can see it was casting a spell called Fireball. As soon as that meter fills up all the way, the AoE marker becomes a circle of death. Thankfully, the puck hatchling's Fireball is not too strong, but whenever you see one of those orange AoE markers, get out of it. Just get out of it. Do not stand in the AoEs, it will cause you misery. Sorry, Mandragora, I'm just using you to fill up my ether charge, and then I am on my way. But yes, even as a caster, since we do need to stand it still in order to cast our abilities, it is still very worthwhile to get out of the AoEs when they appear. You're better off alive and doing damage just a little bit slower than dead and doing no damage. The buzz on the wind tells me you've done the deed. The only pest plague in my orchard are those woeful whelps out of water. If only you could rid me of the parasitic pirates as you did the pesky pucks. Well, there's only so much I can do, Birdrake. But at least we got some of those oranges plucked and ready for sale. And we got the bees back in business, hopefully. Alright, next up, Grinavita. Is it a German V? Or is it not a German V? Is it a... W. Ah, sorry, it's been like, oh wow. My brain farted there. You know what I'm saying. Gosh, it's been like 10 years since German class. I can barely even recognize what words would be German or not anymore. Grinawito seeks courageous pioneers who can tame the wilderness of Summerford Farms. Summerford Farms bears the charge of the Admiral's Settlement Initiative. We're rewarded handsomely to brave new frontiers. Yet if we fail to fulfill our part of the bargain, the grant will be withdrawn. In spite of this, the washed-up pirates elect to laze their days away. There's still time. We need only clear away the rocks and debris for the area to be deemed settled. If you're willing to help, you'll find a shovel outside that hut on the hillside. Alright, let's go clear out some debris so we can consider this land fully settled by humans. Key items can be used on targets by first selecting the target, then selecting the appropriate icon from the key items window and choosing use. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take these shovels and pick up the debris. Oh, we just have a whole bunch of bottles laying out here. Who left these here? That's rude. Got a rock to dispose of? Not sure how we're getting rid of it with a shovel. Are we breaking it up somehow? Wouldn't an axe be more effective for breaking up a rock? Or are we using it as like a lever in order to force it to roll? Alright, let's get this rock out of the way. And then one more bit of debris right over there. Alright, it is clear. Oh, my bad, we're going over this way. Grinovita's over on this side of the hut. You've certainly proven you're not one to let obstacles stand in your path. If only these supposedly pioneering pirates were half as industrious as you. Expanding borders is all well and good, but the Admiral ought to know rugged frontiers can't be settled by layabouts. Seems like nobody is happy with the pirates that are working here. Absolutely nobody is happy. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed in due time. Alright, Chocobo Keep. I'm gonna go ahead and rent a porter, because we talked about this briefly last time, but we never actually used a porter because we didn't have a reason to. While mounted, a Chocobo icon will appear in your status effects bar. You can end your ride at any time by selecting dismount from the pet hotbar. Be aware, however, that once you have dismounted, the Chocobo or Falcon will continue on to his destination, leaving you behind. Don't hop off, or we've wasted our money. But yes, I am controlling nothing here but the camera. The Chocobo goes on his own, basically at a constant sprinting pace, bringing us all the way to our destination without any fear of getting attacked. Oh, but you won't bring us inside the city, just up to its gates. Understood. Alright, coming on into Limsa Lominsa, what quest should we take care of first? I'm thinking, let's go talk to... Yeah, this quest over here would be a good one to start with. Didn't I see you laying here when I first got to Limsa days ago? Or are you someone else entirely? The goblin merchant, Sweetnix, appears to be in some distress. Is it from all the people just crowding around you? Psh! Sweetnix is beauteous gobby and crafty smart trade maker. Sweetnix makes busy deal with uplanders. Need to deliver letter out to Gates of Maelvin, but Sweetnix has shiver shakes. Uplander walks to Gates of Maelvin for Sweetnix. Uplander delivers letter to Tax Lady Pataja. You need your taxes delivered. Okay, well that's a pretty big thing to be asking of someone that you just met. I hope it's not your taxes. Now they said it was a letter. Alright, Pataja, I have a letter for you from Sweetnix. Where's Sweetnix with those import records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we shall have to expel him from the city. Well, good news, I have brought them to you. Why, these are Sweetnix's records! Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you would think that goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he has to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa Lominsa is quite welcoming of foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it'll aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. And yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing the voice. I don't know why I had the urge to suddenly give Sweetnix a voice like that. But there's no way I can maintain any sort of voice. I will forget it within seconds. Case in point, I've forgotten what the voice was. Uplander delivered letter to Gate of Melvin. Uplander has wide heart and swift legs. Tax Lady Pataja has kind backwards for Sweetnix. Sweetnix has outflow of joy for Tax Lady Pataja. Sweetnix is happy gobby, gives Uplander jingly shine. Well, thank you for the jingly shine, I appreciate it. Alright, next up we have a quest from Swozblade in the markets. Oh my gosh, going into major cities, especially Limsa Lominsa, there are so many people here, our frame rate is chugging. Swozblade, the master merchant of Hawker's Alley, wants you to look into current market prices. You, Miss Adventure, I have work for you. I would have you pose as a customer and survey the market's current prices. Surely I did not see you balk at so simple a task. All you need do is strike up a conversation with the shop owners and glance over their wares. There are 3 merchants that interest me: Iron Thunder, Kilkurun, and Sinahil. Write down all you see on this price list and hand it to Bainsing on West Hawker's Alley. He shall reward you for your service. Alright, we're doing a price inspection. What do you got for us, Iron Thunder? Well met, lass. Cast your peepers over these beauties. Not a spot of rust to be found, every piece fresh from the forges of Naldic and Vimelis. Alright, well that was easy enough. The next 2 are over in West Hawker's Alley. And we're attuned to this one, right? Yes, good. Kilkurun, what do you got for prices? Kilkurun welcomes welcome customer. Kilkurun loves his lovely trade. Kilkurun's goods are goodly made. Good to hear that your goods are goodly made. And Sinahil. A fine evening to you, miss. What can I interest you in? Why, you seem interested in most everything, don't you? Is this another one of those investigations? Well, I have nothing to hide. Oh good, they're on to us. Well, we got the price list, so Bainsing, I have a delivery for you. You're the one what made a list for Swozblade? Let's have it then. Nothing wrong with the market as far as I can tell. Yeah, oftentimes get pirates selling stolen goods at cutthroat prices, and that drives the numbers down right across Hawker's Alley. Thanks to these reports, though, we can tell at a glance when shady dealings are taking place. Good work, lass. Alright, and the price check is complete. Next up, we have a quest in the Arcanist Guild at Melvin's Gate. I believe that one's going to be from Pataja. What do you got for us, Pataja? Pataja of Melvin's Gate needs help collecting duty on imported goods. Here at Melvin's Gate, we inspect all the goods that are imported into Limsa and Lominsa and collect duty as the law requires. Some merchants, however, seek to evade this obligation and we must chase them down. I'd be grateful if you could deliver these 2 ledgers, one to a man named Sundimal, whom you'll find at the Octant, and the other to a woman named Letitia, who works at the Bismarck. If you are uncertain as to the whereabouts of the Bismarck, ask Sundimal when you meet him, and he'll point you in the right direction. Alright then, first stop, back to the Octant where the Aetheryte Plaza is. Hello, Sundimal. A ledger from Melvin's Gate, you say? Indeed. Yet more outstanding duty payments. When will those merchants ever learn? Very well, if I catch sight of any offenders, I shall drag them to the gate, kicking and screaming if needs be. One more ledger bound for the Bismarck, you say? Follow this path to the upper decks and you'll find the place. Alright, up we go to the Bismarck. Also known as the Culinarians Guild. We'll be coming back here very frequently in due time. But for now, give me that Ethernet shard. And let's head in to make the delivery. Don't mind me just jumping around inside a kitchen. Definitely not a dangerous thing to do. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say? Goodness me. Well, good news is I have the ledger right here. I dare say this may well put an end to their appetite, but this is in the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see that Melvin's Gate is notified without delay. Alright, well, good luck with that. And I think Letitia's quest will be the last one we take care of for today. Letitia needs someone to report a bilking patron. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Nary a bell ago, a first-time patron did just that. Rasushmo is the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Rasushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. Alright, let's go deliver a wanted poster to the cops. Lovely. Alright, Rasushmo. I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godebert at the Coral Tower. He'll know what to do. I guess you take your work very seriously. I respect that. Alright, let's make our way up north. All the way up to the Coral Tower, also known as the Marauders Guild. Another place we'll be coming to frequently, in due time. And now for something that I was hoping to avoid. Free companies are the guilds of this game. Free companies can be very good to be in, but there's a lot of really aggressive ones that love to poach new players. Generally don't join the ones that try to poach new players, who just send invites without any asking or anything. It's kinda not great. They're the guilds of the game though, so if you want to join a guild, look for a good free company. But my gosh, are the aggressive poaching free companies generally not good ones to join. Alright, Godebert, I have a wanted poster for you. A bilker at the Bismarck, and you have an artist rendition of the man? I do. A drawing of a man, ? Pieced together from descriptions given by eyewitnesses to his crimes most heinous. What in the seven hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty after all. However, we'll need a little bit more to go on than this piece of art. It'd be easiest for all involved if Rasushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. So I take it the art is not art. Good to know. Practice makes perfect, but you're trying to catch someone who robbed you, so I would say that you need a little bit more than practice. Or rather, now is not the time to be practicing. Ah, so you've spoken with Godebert? Wah! Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Godebert wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning? But what more information does he want that my drawing doesn't already answer, or provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? Yes, but your words were very muddled, I take it. Anyways, good luck with that. And with that, we've gotten a good start on taking care of the side quests around Limsa, Lominsa, and the Lanosia area surrounding it. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we have hit level 10 as Arcanist. We actually did a little while ago. We've hit level 11, in fact. So I think it's about time we take on the next Arcanist quest. I will see everyone next time for that.